Okay, so this is going to be a 15-20 minute Pilates workout. Make sure you get yourself set up with the foot bar. I've got one hole showing. If you're more than like 5'7", I would move this out to 2 holes showing, so you've got a little bit more room. So 1 hole or 2 hole. Make sure the foot bar's at the very top locked into position. Let's do 3 reds and a blue spring. So 3 reds and a blue. Yellow is always the option to go higher. Shoulder pads and headrest should be sorted. Let's start with about 5 pelvic curls rolling into a shoulder bridge. So arms beside the body, feet on the foot bar like heels, parallel legs, just start to roll through your spine, lifting the hips, inhale, and roll through your spine back down to the carriage. So about 15 minutes we'll move. Exhale, roll up, reach the knees forward, lift the hips, don't flare the ribs, and roll down. Relaxing shoulders, head and neck, that's 2, let's do 3 more. Scoop the abs, lift and reach, inhale. Exhale, roll down, keeping the carriage steady. 2 more, exhale, lift, and reach. Inhale. Roll down on the exhale. Last one, inner thighs stay aligned with hips and feet. And roll down. And then let's do a few chest lifts, arms reach up, warming up, reach and lower down. You can bring the legs to tabletop. Keep the pelvis steady, move the arms, you can press them all the way down, or just float the arms up and follow the head as it lifts off the mat. Couple more here, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Once we've done about 5, go ahead, hold on to shoulder blocks or the side of the reformer to open out the chest, and let's do a little bit of pelvic rotation. Legs go over to the left and the right. Shoulders stay anchored down, lifting that opposite hip. The knees stay together, legs nice and active. Think about back of the ribs, back of the hip, knees come to center. Inhale over, exhale, back to center. Try not to flare the rib cage, really work from the back side of the body, use the obliques to bring your legs to tabletop. 1 more to the right. And come back to center. Let's lift the head and the chest off your carriage. Let's go ahead and just a bit of a single leg stretch, reaching those legs over the foot bar, lifting head and chest, stretching out, pulling the knee into the chest. And then let's take this into a little bit of rotation with crisscross. Exhale, rotate through the shoulders and the thoracic spine, keeping those elbows wide as the legs go over the foot bar. 1 more each way, reach, and legs come together, head rests, take a breath. Okay, that was the warm up. We are staying on those 3 reds and a blue for some single leg footwork. Always add the yellow if you want, or take the blue off if it's too heavy. So let's start to press out into the heel, out and in about 5 times. Feet are flexed, press into the heel, lengthen the leg, come back in with control. Press away, pull in. After about 5 here, we add the right leg extension, reach it up, bend to come in. Exhale, press out, pull in. Feet are flexed, stretch through the back of the leg. Use hamstring and glute to reach and pull. 1 more. And then this time, let's lift and lower the legs. So, leg stays long, you lower it down over the foot bar, lift and reach it up. Lower down and lift. 3 more, keeping the hips level, nice and lengthened through both sides of the waist. Connected through this working leg. Last one. Abs pull in to keep the pelvis stable. Resting here. Take a breath. Other heel comes to the foot bar, other leg in tabletop. We go again. Press into that heel, stretch through the leg, pull, keeping pelvis nice and neutral. Out and in. Exhale and inhale. Couple more here, keeping the feet flexed. And then let's add on with the legs. Straightening and bending. Straighten as much as possible. Stretch through the back of the leg. Heavy through the ribs. Steady through the pelvis. One more. Legs stay straight. We lower down. Lift the leg. Move within your own range. Don't let the pelvis tip. Keep that neutral spine as you're doing this leg press. Out and in. One more. And come all the way in. Take a breath. That was a little heavy, so I'm going to take off the blue, just on 3 reds, but now going to parallel toes, single legs again, this time on the ball of the foot. Leg comes to tabletop and we push out and in. 5 times, point the feet this time, hips are nice and even. Heel stays lifted as you straighten and bend the leg. Now let's take the leg out over the foot bar, pull in, reach it out, push into your foot bar, come back. Press, don't drop the heel as you straighten the leg. Press out, pull in, one more here, out and in, switch it over, or the ball of the foot. Toes are active, foot's point, pull in, press out, squeeze through the back of the leg to get the press. Heel stays lifted, leg is steady in tabletop, and then you add the leg extension, push and pull. Heel stays lifted on that working leg. Use your breath, a couple more here, out and in. And then let's switch it over. Let's do a little bit of calf raising. So back on the single leg, leg in tabletop. Let's flex and point through that foot. Nice and steady through the leg that's in tabletop. Sink that heel down, lift it up. Breathing as we do 5 and 4 and 3, 2, 1. Bend to come in, switch it over. Other leg presses out. Drop the heel and press. This is much easier for me on this side. Stronger through this calf. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg bends, come in. Let's do heels together. We're coming into small V. Externally rotate through the hips. Let's go ahead, press out, reach the leg out, bend the knee, lower the leg. Leg comes up, it goes out, it lowers down. We're in external rotation with both legs. Right leg pulls in, opens to the diagonal, goes straight down over the foot bar. Left leg is just bending and straightening in that small V, that plie. Last one on this side. Good. Switch it over, heels together. Draw your left leg up, open out, slice it down. Keep the turn out through both legs. Hips are open here. Pull up, open, lower. Heel is lifted. A few more here, out and down. 2. Keep shoulders, pelvis steady. And then let's come into small V. Both feet on, let's just lower and lift. Stretch out through the calves as you drop the heels. Press up and down. In your turn out, heels stay connected. Inner thighs zip up. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Separate your heels and run out the legs up and down here. We'll do 3 and 2 and 1 and come all the way in. Take a breath. Okay, we're going to roll ourselves up. Switch up your spring load to 1 red and 1 blue for some ab and arm work. So 1 red, 1 blue, if that's too heavy. 1 red, 1 yellow. Pick up the loops behind you. Coming into some chest lifts. Let's start with actually arm circles. So legs in tabletop. Let's just do 3 arm circles. Pressing down, opening out, moving from the back of the shoulders. And reverse. Open, down and lift up. Just find the movement through the shoulder joint, 3 each way. And then let's come into some chest lifts. Lift and lower. Adjust your shoulder space as needed. Lift and lower. We've got 3 more. Exhale and inhale. Resist as you lower down. Strong through your arms. Now let's add on with the chest lift, leg extension, reach, knees bend, head lowers. 5 of these. This is number 3, reach. Legs can be as high as you need. 2. 1 more, press and lift. And take a rest there. Let's go into my head. Okay, arm circles to finish the leg extension, the ab curl up. 5 each way. Lift head and chest, reach your arms out as you're then bending the knees, low in the head. Press, reach, pull in, lower down, reach. Legs stay long, hovering over the foot bar, or they could be up towards your ceiling. 1 more. Exhale, open, bend, and down. We reverse for 5. Take a breath. Arms reach up, legs come to tabletop. Open your arms, this time lift head and chest as you adduct the arms in. Knees bend, head lowers. Exhale, press and pull in. Press, keep the legs reaching if you can. Then bend your knees as your arms open out. Couple more here. Reach, up and open. Last time. Up and rest. Take a breath here. Let's come into our coordination. Let's layer this. So let's start with triceps. Just pressing into those straps, strong through your arms. Elbows stay hovering above the carriage, close to the rib cage. Let's add a chest lift. Lift and lower as your elbows bend. Let's do 3 and 2. 1 more. Press. Add the leg extension and open, close. Bend the legs. Lower the head as your arms bend. Press and reach out in. Knees bend. Lower down. 3 more. Out and in. Exhale as you lift for 2. Keep the elbows hovering for your last 1. Out, in, bend. Head lowers. Feet to the foot bar. Take a rest there. Breathing through that series. Should be warmed up through the abs. Let's come into a little bit of feet in straps. You can switch it to 2 reds. Or stay on red and blue, but 2 reds is good for feet in straps. Opening out the hips a little bit, and then we'll finish with some box work. Okay, so headrest can be up or down. Let's start with frog. So turn out through those hips, heels together, press the feet into the foot straps, flexing those feet as you bend and straighten through the legs. Pelvis is neutral and stable. Exhale and inhale. Ooh, clicky. Press. Couple more here. And let's then keep the legs turned out. Just make a diamond shape, so a little bit more opening through the knee, and then lower and lift from the hips, hinging here, down and up. Use the outside of your thighs and glutes to lower your legs, keeping the knee joint fixed. Exhale, keeping that pelvis steady. A couple more here. And now let's come into opening. So still in external rotation, open the legs out to the side, draw your legs back together. Stretching through those inner thighs. Inhale, split the legs. Exhale, pull the legs back together. Opening. If you want to, you can internally rotate the legs as you come in. Externally rotate your legs as you go out. Keeping the legs on that diagonal line as you're moving out and in. Opening through those hips. A couple more here. One more. And then let's come into leg circles. Legs together and open down and around. You can be in external rotation or parallel for the circles. Keep the belly pulled in. Arms beside the body. Pelvis is stable. Circling, opening through the hips. Down and around. Use the breath. Exhale. This pulls on the lower back. You can lighten up the spring load. Reverse the circles. Exhale, down and around. Nice and controlled. Don't let the springs take over. As you circle the legs, stretching through the back of the legs, breathing heavy through the ribs. 2 more circles here, down and around. 1 more. And then you'll bend your legs, bring the feet together, turn the knees out, take a quick stretch. Open one leg out to the side, stretch through that inner thigh and breathe here. You can bend your knee, drop the foot to the floor beside the reformer to open out through the hip. And then if you want to bend and straighten the leg, hold on to the rope to ease off the tension of it. And waving that leg tight through the back of the hamstring, so stretch it out as you breathe. Then bend that leg, pick up the other foot back to your butterfly position, and then stretch out through the other side into that Peter Pan stretch. Reach that leg long, anchor the hip down, bending into the foot strap, open out through that other hip. Foot to the floor, knee turns towards the rail. Stretch through that hip flex. If you want to, you can straighten and bend the other leg. Breathing here. And with the leg straight, you can wave your leg up and down. Hold on to the rope just to stretch it out. And then you will bend the leg, pick up the other foot, come back to butterfly stretch. To finish, if you want to do some short spine, make sure the headrest is down. Start in your frog position, press into the foot straps. Keep the legs straight as your legs go over the face, hips lift off the carriage, tension in the ropes as you then bend your knees towards your shoulder blocks, roll through the spine to come back to the carriage and push the legs out straight. Legs go up and over to the back of the machine, lift those hips as the knees bend, roll through the spine, press to go again. Exhale, inhaling and roll on the exhale down, push out. Legs go up and over, carriage comes all the way back to the stopper before the knees bend and roll through the spine. Press out. One more short spine, up and over. And take it down. And press out. Take one foot out of the foot strap, take the foot bar, and then the other foot can come out. Peg those straps. We're on 20 minutes exactly. So you can leave it there if you want to do a little bit of back extension and box work. Grab the long box. We'll do a little bit of pulling straps. So one red spring, box on your machine against the shoulder blocks. Climb on to the back of your reformer. Chest off the front edge or the back edge of the box. Pick up the ropes, hold on to where the knotted bits up or higher up. We're going to take an inhale to lift through the upper back and the head. Pull those straps towards your hips. Lower down as you take the hands forward. You can adjust here. Always add a yellow or just take a higher bit of rope. Inhale, lift, then pull. Let's do 5 tricep extensions. Kickbacks here. Legs are lifted and active. Head is lifted. Chin tucked underneath you, looking down at the floor. One more here. Lower the chest as you take the hands forward. Inhale, lift and pull. 4 tricep extensions. Exhale. Elbows stay lifted. 2 more. Press. And lower your head as your arms reach forward. We lift. We pull those hands to the hips and we do 3 kickbacks. 2 and 1. Lower down. Take a breath. Lift up. Stay looking at the floor. Don't stick the chin forward for 2 tricep extensions. And then lower down, take a breath, finish with 1. Pull of the straps, 1 arm, bend, lower down, take a rest, hold on to the rail, bend your legs, rock the hips side to side. Let's do pulling straps 2 to finish. So first it's the lift and then it's the pull. You can take a little longer rope here. You're going to start with your arms out to T-shape, hands in line with the shoulders. Take a breath as you lift through the back of the head and the shoulders. Then pull the straps towards your hips. Lower the chest as you open your arms out. Inhale, lift and pull. Exhale, lower down. Stay looking down at the floor. Keep those arms lifted. And lower. Let's do 5 more. Just opening and closing the arms, lifting from the upper back. Head is lifted, neck stays long. Try not to drop the hands or drop the legs as we lift and pull. I've lost count, so we'll do 2 more. Inhale, lift, pull. Last one, lift, pull. Open the arms, lower the chest, peg the straps. Take a breath here. Swing the legs off your box to the floor. Take a forward fold over the box. Hips are back. You can just hinge here. Bend and straighten the knees. Take a stretch here. Lift up while that box is here. Let's do pigeon stretch to open out the hips. Lean forwards, breathe into this stretch. And the other foot up and on. Okay, so let's take the box off for now. Or you can finish there, we're at 24 minutes, or otherwise, if you want to take it to 30 minutes, let's do a little bit of up stretch. So let's be on a red spring, blue if you want more of a challenge. Let's bring the foot bar close all the way in, so make sure it's locked into place, foot bar is up. One spring on your machine, I'm going on blue. Let's just do a little bit of kneeling lunge stretch. We'll build up into our up stretch. So start kneeling down, lower the hips as you press away, lift through your chest as you pull yourself forwards, all the way in. Exhale, lower down, don't drop the hips or lower your arch through the back. Inhale, lift from the pelvis to not dump into the wrists or into the shoulders. Look forwards and up. Keep the chin tucked. Inhale as you pull yourself forwards. Exhale. Look down, push away. Lift that chest up. Shine the sternum forwards as you pull yourself forwards. Keep the chest lifted up to the spine as you press out. One more, just lifting through that back. And then stretch it back, take a stretch. We're going to come up to our elephant, so flat feet. Reach those heels back or get the hips right over those heels. Arms are straight here. Keep the arms straight, the shoulders reaching away from the foot bar as you press out and pull yourself into the stopper. Keep those hips reaching backwards and up to the ceiling. Just moving through the hips, pull the belly in, keep the arms reaching, shoulders plugged down the back. A couple more here. And let's take it into up stretch one. So lift those heels slightly against the shoulder blocks. Keep those hands on the foot bar, shoulders reaching back. Now let's press forwards and backwards with the carriage. Not moving through the shoulders. Keep those hips lifted. Pull the belly in and up to bring the feet right back underneath your hips. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. And lift the hips. Pull the feet right underneath you. One more here. And lower down. Take a stretch. Let's take that into up stretch two. So, hips lift, arms stay straight. We lower to a plank. So, pike to plank. Shoulders are strong. Hips lift, shoulders don't move forward, feet come back underneath you. Inhale, lower, lift the chest. Exhale, hips go up and back, pull in. Let's do three more. Inhale, abs are strong, pull in, arms are strong. Two more times. One more. And take a rest. We'll take that into long stretch to finish. We're at 28 minutes, so let's do 30 to finish. Slight lift of your heels, lower down into your plank. Keep those heels reaching backwards as you pull yourself forwards over your foot bar. Push away. Keep the hips In line with the shoulders, don't let them drop to arch the back, don't pike the hips up. Nice and long, see how far you can press back and pull forwards here. Inhale and exhale. Let's finish with 5 push-ups over your foot bar. Drop it to the knees if you need. Exhale, press. Lower the chest down, push up. 3 more. Don't let the head drop. Oh, pike the hips. Bring the carriage in and drop it down to your knees. Take a rest pose. Stretch it back over the heels. Take a breath here. Okay, we are exactly 30 minutes. You can finish with a lunge stretch, just foot beside the rail, lift your chest, stretch through the hips, inhale. And you can straighten out your front leg, flex your foot, hand can come down to the rail as you pull the hip backwards to stretch out through that hamstring. Leg comes in, switch it over to the other side, foot to the shoulder block. Sink down into that hip flexor, lift your chest, take a big deep breath. Straighten up that front leg, flex the foot, stretch back, drop it down to the rail. If you want to go deeper into that stretch, pull the hips back, square them off. Breathe here. And come all the way in. All right, we're done. So you have 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30-minute workout. Don't forget to wipe down with the cloth, wipe the box, wipe the carriage, maybe load up all the springs so it doesn't go anywhere.